What's going on, YouTube? Back at you with another video. Hey, just taking a little break, little lunch break. Oh man, let me see. I got about 2 more yards to do for today. Light day. 2 more yards to do. Then, call it quits. Thing about me is you gotta balance everything. You gotta balance family time. You gotta take care of your own property. So sometimes I'll be running so much, going, that I don't even have time sometimes to take care of my property. I'll try to ask my son to get out there and cut the grass, but he's busy with football and all this stuff. So, yeah. But my daughter wants to learn how to get on a zero turn and stuff. So I think I'm going to just show her how to get on a 36 inch and start letting her. She's starting to learn how to drive, and then she can learn how to do, the zero turn. And she's always wanting to make money. So I could tell her, hey, you want to make some money today? Yeah. She's always willing to make money to put in her bank account. So that's a good thing. So just eat on some pizza. Some Casey's pizza. You start programming your mind that once you stop at the gas station to use the bathroom, you start conditioning yourself that, man, I gotta get something to eat. Now, I haven't packed anything in my cooler. I got some snacks and things like that, but I haven't packed my cooler. I haven't really put any ice in there. I put a bag of ice in there, and it stays cool in the inside, and the water stays cool. So that Yachty is doing a good job right now. I'm waiting to do the real test when it starts getting 85 and 90 degrees. And I got this Yachty in here, and it's staying, in the inside and overnight and all that stuff. I'm going to put ice in there and then see how long it takes for that ice to completely melt. That's what I'm going to do. I hope I ain't making y'all hungry. If I am, go run out and get some Casey's pizza. I should be getting paid for a lot of people. I'd be advertising their stuff for free. It's a shame. I should be getting free shit. Stuff. Anyway. You got little people like myself. I can advertise your stuff. Hey, why not get it all? You got the big people, like the B&B Lawn Cares and the big YouTubers out there. You know who you are. They got the big following, and what comes with the big following? Advertisement. You could get some advertising going on. But I'm not saying that it's easy. Those guys have earned the right to be where they at. I'm not taking nothing away from them. Because they edit, they have people following them. They got all type of stuff going on for them to get their YouTube channel the way it is. I take nothing from them. I wish I was just more enthused as far as doing the editing, You know, I like I said, I'm raw and uncut. What you see is what you get. Sometimes I don't want to videotape anything. I just want to get the job done and go home. And filming and doing all this stuff, it takes time. It takes time. But once you get that big following, now you got to keep it up and continue to make videos and keep it going. But the motivation is, just like anything else, when you start making that money from that YouTube, it motivates you to make more videos and more videos. I saw a video with Gibson Lawn Care out there in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Check his videos out. He said he gonna run up the bag with his YouTube. He gonna have somebody following him next year, just filming, because he knows the power of, man, getting that extra money from YouTube. And he said, man, that extra money is about to pay my mortgage bill. Can you imagine you making that much money, or you making money to pay a mortgage bill? Now, granted, I don't know how much his mortgage bill is, but regardless, if you can make $800, $900, $1,200, $1,400 a month from YouTube, you done won. If I can make $2,000 a month just off YouTube, man, I won. If I can make $2,000 off YouTube each month, that's a win situation for me. I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. And how I look at it too, I look at it totally different. At this point in time, yeah, I want the YouTube stuff going. And at the same time, I'm more passionate about somebody seeing my journey and seeing what it takes to do this and to get out the gates with the pricing. Just to get out the gate and just say, hey, you charge $50. Once you start your lawn care business, when you go and knocking on these doors, it's $50 to cut your lawn. Period. $50. No ifs, ands, or buts. Don't start at no 30, 35. Don't start at no 40, no 45. You might be able to, if you're just starting out, I'll encourage you to do 48. That's a mind thing right there. 48, you're not hitting at 50. If you're going to get some customers, 48 is not 50. So people are, once you start saying 50 and 55, depending on the customer and who you're dealing with, even the cheapest customer usually is say, okay, 48, because you ain't hit that 50. You ain't said 50 to them. But if you say 50 and 55, some of the customers are, oh no, that's a lot of money each week. But if you say 48, see, I was getting a lot of people paying $48 because I wasn't saying 50. 48. That was like a sweet spot, the 48. So I started charging everybody $48.50. So then those $48, the next following year, I bumped them up to 50. And then some of my new customers, I bumped them up to 52. and 55. So that's my sweet spot now. Like, if you ain't giving me that, I don't want it. And when I'm doing bi-weekly, if I'm not getting $72 and up bi-weekly, 72, 83, 90, I do a guy his yard for $93.50 every 2 weeks. You know, so if you're not in that range, you're not for me. I don't need the $25. Do people still charge $25? I swear, I'm sending a voodoo out to any lawn care guy that's still doing yards for $25. I can see a kid running around trying to make some extra money, him and his buddy, and they're charging $30 or $35 just because they're kids and stuff, but they don't know they could get $50. They could get $50 and split 25-25. Or arrange something where the first couple of yards are for gas and then everything else is ours. And then we split it down the middle. So the power of being a kid walking up and down the street, cutting grass to make some extra money, that's powerful, because customers and people miss that. They miss the hustle of the young kids out there sweating, going up and down the street, hustling, trying to cut yards just to make money. They miss that. Especially the older generation. They miss that. So when they see a kid come up to their yard, come up to their door and say, hey, my name's such and such. I'm trying to start my lawn care business. I got a few people on the block right now that I cut yards for. I was wondering if I could cut your yard for $45. They'd be like, $45? Yep, I'm going to mow it and trim it and blow it off. Okay. And then they give them a tip. They give them like a $5 or $10 tip. And say, I remember somebody gave my son $20 tip because they haven't seen that in a long time. Kids working. Like the gridiron out there in the sun. You don't know that landscaping and lawn care is grueling. It beats down on you. And man, it's tough work. I'm not saying it's the toughest work out there, because there's other jobs that's tougher, but it's tougher than just sitting in a cubicle or sitting in the AC, building. It's tougher. But we're not gonna go there. Here's the question I want to ask you: who's harder working, a lawn care guy, or a let's see, the question is this: who works harder, a lawn care guy, or let's just say, I can't say a nurse, because a nurse, they bust their tail. Nurses bust their tail. So I can't compare them to a nurse, because nurses work, nurses, yeah. Let's say a teacher. Let's do it like that. Let's say teacher. Teachers work hard too. It's just they work harder with their mind. They're not physically doing anything. But I'm just trying to ask the question: who's working the hardest? Somebody out there like a construction worker, lawn care guy, or somebody behind the cubicle? Who's working the hardest? That's leave it down in the comments. Who works the hardest? A construction guy, lawn care guy. Who's working harder? Let's compare it to a police officer. Who's working the hardest? I would say the construction guy works the hardest. Me personally. Anytime you're doing physical work, I consider you working harder. I don't care what else you're doing. I consider all the physical, labor-ish jobs out there, you're basically working harder than somebody behind a cubicle or AT&T or whatever. But I can't say teachers, and I can't say nurses, because I know they work hard. It might be mentally, but nurses, they work physical too, with their bodies and stuff like that. Long hours of standing, things like that. So anyway, guys, I'm out. I'm done with this break. I had about 15 minutes, 16 minutes of break, and I'm out of here. All right, I'll get back with you in the next video. Peace.